Hello. It is day 17 of POEMVEMBER 2022. I am KP Kashibowski and I'm a poet, a filmmaker, a playmaker, a theater maker, and the guide of The Labyrinth, which is a growing online resource library for writers. We also have a Discord group going that's private, but please message me for the invite link so you can share your work and read other people's work as we're writing together, not just for the month of November. We'll be doing it often. So don't be shy. Today, for our day 17 of writing one poem a day, I chose one of Nicole Callihan's poems that I feel was a little bit different than what I've been presenting for our prompt poems recently, in that it feels like a hybrid work. It's narrative and poetic, it's meditative, as well as it feels like you are seeing the interior and exterior changes in someone's life. So I have a video of her performing the poem. I thought we would just watch that since hearing straight from the writer is an incredible gift. So I'll play the video here and then we'll jump into our prompts.
Hi, I'm Nicole Callihan, and I am very happy to be a part of Wednesday night poetry. A few weeks ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and so I've been writing poems, because that's what I do. So thank you, Kai, for being such a fierce advocate of poetry. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Thank you, poetry, for being poetry. This poem is called Everything is Temporary. Everything is temporary. If I were face up in the MRI machine, I'd see the cherry blossoms affixed to the ceiling, but I'm face down. My arms are extended above my head. A crane, I read this morning, can stay aloft for up to 10 hours. It barely needs to flap its wings. There is a plastic window and a mirror to make me feel as if I can see the women on the other side of the glass. If I'm scared, I should squeeze the egg. I'm scared, but I don't squeeze the egg. Everything is temporary, I say in my head. Everything is temporary, I say over and over. This makes me feel better. Everything is temporary, until it makes me feel worse. Everything is temporary, but feeling worse feels foolish because really everything is temporary. On the way to the hospital, I dropped 2 letters into the blue mailbox. Now on a train headed north, the chatty lady across the aisle is also drinking a White Claw. She takes off her mask to show me how friendly she is. I have breast cancer, I say, and really don't want to deal with COVID during my surgery. Everything is temporary. Even my friendship with the lady across the aisle, even though we both drink White Claw and have paid for a business class ticket. Cranes are perennially monogamous. I'm not sure what this means, but Wikipedia tells me it's important that scientists study it. If early mating attempts fail, they will divorce. Everything is temporary. I suppose a failure for a crane is simply something that doesn't result in an egg, which won't result in a bird, which won't result in 20 to 30 years of flight. Are you okay? The woman behind the glass asks. I don't think so, I say. Can I move? No, she says. I wiggle my toes inside my doubled up socks. She says nothing. I have moved, undiscovered. It's like being naked under your coat. This morning, after teaching before heading to the hospital, I stood in my panties in front of the mirror. I thought, this is my temporary body. I've been having dreams that I am only a body. Zoe dreamed that she could unzip her body from herself, but I dreamed there was no self. What if Zoe were to help me out of my dress some evening, like I used to zip or unzip my mother? Come, mother would say, zip me up. Or returning home, come, unzip me. But in the evening light, Zoe, having rubbed a little egg-shaped soap to my zipper's metal teeth, would discover I was only the dress. Oh goodness, she might say, there's nothing here. And then, because she is kind, she'd say, but you are fine just the way you are. The train attendant wears a glitter mask, and the man in front of me has made several calls that begin, hey, honey. Is he calling the same honey every time? Does he call everyone honey? If stored properly, honey stays good for decades. But how does one know what has been properly stored? Today is the 13th anniversary of my wedding. It is the 7th month of the pandemic. It has been 3.5 weeks since I found out I have cancer. The election is in 14 days. Everything is temporary, even the patriarchy, and my white claw, and the crane's flight, and the machine still beeping in my brain, the pretty red mesh of the bandage where the IV was inserted, the clouds crossing the train's window, the train, the window, even the beautiful expanse of river that has finally opened to me. The changing leaves, the reflection of the changing leaves and the river of the changed leaves, the sky, even the searching, the reaching, the naming, even those, even this, temporary. Thank you. Reaching.
And you'll see a link to this video as well as the text of the poem in the description in this video, this YouTube video. Okay, prompt number 1. I'd like you to take Callihan's poem as a hybrid form of narrative writing, meditative writing, and see that the potency builds when prose-like lines are balanced with the repeated phrase, everything is temporary. For this prompt, I ask you to locate a moment in your life that has felt or feels currently particularly charged. Find a moment where your future seemed to hang in the balance, potentially, and then drop into your body in this moment and tell us in prose-like lines what you were thinking and feeling as it was happening. Then tell us what you did to get to that moment. Did you drive? Did you walk? Who was with you? Those kind of details. Walk us through the day or the process of getting to this moment where you felt like things were hanging in a balance. And then maybe talk about how you returned home or wherever after this moment. Last part of this prompt is find 2 or 3 moments in your life that feel like synonyms for this moment and weave them into the poem. Maybe the synonyms don't feel close enough to the exactness of the charged moment, but close enough is close enough. Prompt number 2. For this prompt, I'd like you to think of a global or national event that draws a certain emotion from you. The more intense the emotion response, the better. And then I would like you to find the synonym of this emotional response in your personal life. Even if these times or events do not match up on the calendar, I'd like you to write a poem that connects these 2 events. Prompt number 3 is for the people who like to get a little freaky. So it's 6 steps long, bear with me, but each step will get you to a certain place. Okay, step number 1 is to find and play a song that is between 7 and 9 minutes long. I encourage you to find a song that has lyrics in it, but if that is not so, this is okay. Step number 2 is to click random article on Wikipedia, and into your writing document, I'd like you to copy and paste 4 or 5 phrases from the article that you were sent to. Step number 2, take the year you were born and change the first 2 numbers to 17 or 18, you choose. And then I'd like you to search in Google that year and see what happened. Collect 1 or 2 events that speak to you that happened in this year. Step number 4 is to type the lyrics of the song you're listening to at this step. If there are no lyrics, I would like you to describe what you are hearing or what the emotions are of the tone, maybe the mood of the music at that point. Step number 5 is to imagine you are on a train and someone puts their hand down on your shoulder, and write your reaction to this sensation. Step number 6, tell us how everything is temporary. This can connect the previous steps or not. Okay. Yeah, it's day 17 of Poemvember. Thank you for sticking with us this long. And there's more information about Nicole Callihan in the description. All of these videos will have at least one link so that you can get to know their work or their biography at least a little bit more than the one poem I'm choosing every day. Tomorrow's poets are William Carlos Williams and Janet Jennerjohn, 2 poets who have incredible names to mouth because of the sounds and the delight of saying those sounds. And I'm very excited to show their 2 poems and base our prompts off of a concept of pastiching. That's everything. That's everything. Okay. May you be blessed. I hope that you see a really cool bird. Is it true that everyone can see a bird in their lives? Do birds happen for everyone? Okay. Thank you, Otto. Thank you, Otto, for sitting with us. Bye.